2-minute countdown. One-minute countdown. Seconds. Fifteen seconds. 5-second countdown.
'A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Here we are. The JeffAdamsShow.tv. Still a lot to do this week. My mind's still, I can't multitask very well. But we're here live, and we're surviving. And, here we are. It's great to be back. We're live here in Lakeland at Lakeland TV Studios and the nice little humble compound of JA Creative inside Lakeland TV. You might be listening or not. If there's any ghost out there, please call in the TuneIn app, JA Creative New Media, and tell us that you are listening to us. That'd be great. And we are also live in West Virginia at WLMN. I still can't get that right after all these times. WLMN 98.5. We like to call him Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Thanks for picking up the show. I don't understand why you do it, but you just do it. And that's kudos to you. And you might be watching the live video feed, JeffAdamsShow.tv. There's no chat room. We're streaming on YouTube right now. So there you go. I'd like to introduce our co-host. We got Nicole Welch in from all of her podcasts that she does. Oh, Mike's muted. Jeff Adams' fault. Go ahead and say something.
Hey, what's up? It's Rap with Nick, man.
Rap with Nick. How many podcasts do you have now?
I'm just working on my second one. Pushing Paradigms.
Pushing Paradigms?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to all the...
We got Real Time Real Men Only still going on. I am interviewing real men.
How
I
many-
interviewed Steve Sims last night.
How many shows of that do you have?
I have 40. I'm going up here almost on 50.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Then we got Hank the Tank.
Jeff, good to be back with you this week. I know I was on here last week, but good to have you guys. Good to be back here again. Good to be with you, sir. Thanks again for having me.
Ah, it's a pleasure, man.
Oh, pleasure is mine.
Voice
Pleasure's
of Southeastern sports right there.
I'm just trying to be, man. I'm just trying to, do the best I can, or try to be professional, trying to grow my voice talents. But doing this definitely helps.
Let me tell you, you just being here makes the show a whole lot better.
I hope
Yes.
so. I hope I can contribute to your show and help make you guys better. Have a symbiotic relationship where everybody grows, everybody gets better.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the little black dungeon, we have KRIS.
KRIS's comfy couch.
KRIS is helping me switch.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. And he's like the top. What are you at the Blaze?
It's called the most valuable tweeter. So basically, I took everybody down.
Yeah. MVP.
The MVT.
MVT. Yeah.
MVT.
Yeah.
MVT.
So you get all this
Ooh, I
free
like that.
stuff from the Blaze.
Sure. Hey, let's call it that way.
Sure. Did you get a free? Did you tell Glenn that he shouldn't subscribe to his what do you call it? His subscription fees for his stream?
No, I didn't. I wasn't able to talk to him, but it's cool though because every time I get to talk to the radio show, that's how I get introduced. So
It's nice.
it goes. It only want it for the name, not for the prize.
Right.
Right.
It's good to have.
Well,
It's good to be the MVT.
Exactly.
I thank all of you guys coming here to this crazy mess, the Jeff Adams show. It's just, getting to see legs back. I don't know if I ever get to see legs back. I don't think I ever. It's like every time I'm about to do this, I'm about to vomit because there's so much stuff to do. But, on a serious note, I hope I don't get choked up talking about this. I showed a little bit of emotion in front of KRIS, but not a whole lot. I heard, if you watched older shows, this guy, amazing broadcaster. I met him back in 2007. This guy was legendary in so many ways. When Howard Stern was doing his show on E! Entertainment, when he would show his radio show, this guy, he was one of the first people to actually do a radio show on CDNs back in 2007. And I met him. I met him in Phoenix, and he had this persona on radio as and video as this bad guy, and he was 6'11", and he just was in person. He was the nicest guy in the world. Picked me up at the airport, took me to dinner, did his show, and just a fantastic guy. I got word probably an hour before the show. I think one of our faithful listeners, Bubba Bo Beard, texted me and said, "Hey, did you hear that Raunch passed?" And I said, "No." So I went on the Facebook, and hopefully this is not a prank. I mean, his page is lit up with his daughter said something, and I just got a private message from Andrew Zarian from GFQ Network. He said, "Did you hear that Ray passed?" And Ray was a big part of this. He hosted the show with me 2 or 3 times via Skype, and it gets you a little choked up talking about it because on Facebook chat, we were just talking probably 12 hours ago, and he was watching last week's show, Hank, and he was telling me, "Jeff, watch your uhs and your ands," and I thought it was great feedback, and I'm still doing it. So Raunch, love you, man. I wish I could have told you that. So if you have people in your life that you just think that the next day is guaranteed, you're not guaranteed another day. Cherish the people around you, even if it's friends, this totally took me off guard. Me and Ray were friends. You know, I wish we could have lived closer. I always said, wish you lived closer. Rest in peace, Ray. And you're going to be missed by many, many people. I can see on your Facebook feed that you were loved, and you're going to be missed. So, yeah, we're going to take a short little break, and we'll be back after this.
Hi there, I'm the crazy puppet guy who lives in Jeff Adams' head. I'm the one who gives Jeff all of his crazy ideas. This is the part of the show where Jeff Adams has to go to the bathroom. Why me? He lost all of his sponsors except for GoDaddy.com, so he still has to take breaks so he can use the bathroom. He needs to lay off the coffee, if you know what I mean. The other day I told Jeff that yellow snow was Italian ice. Well, let's just leave it at that. Make sure to call in today at 818-927-6205. That's 818-927-6205. Okay, I'm gonna go tell Jeff to get off the toilet so he can finish this awful show. Cheers, people!
Running my own shop has been brutal, but then I got a domain and built my website all at GoDaddy. Now I look so professional. I just got my first customer who isn't related to me.
Get your domain and website all in one place at GoDaddy.com.
If you don't have a website, what the heck are you doing? Customers aren't scanning the phone book right now when we're not in the 80s, for crying out loud, with stinking phone books in the first place. All your customers are online. They stepped into the future, like you should. And that's where you should be. For just $1 a month, GoDaddy is offering a domain name, website, and email. They'll help you find the right domain, build a website fast, and stay connected to your customers with Microsoft Office 365. Visit GoDaddy.com and enter promo code JeffGott to join the 21st century like Buck Rogers did, and you should too, and start finding your customers online. Also want 30% off other purchases? Use offer code JEFF30. Also, we can't forget the $1.49.com domain special. Use offer code JEFF149 to take advantage of that offer. Some limitations apply. See website for details.
Come on. All right. Customer service.
Hi, my name is Cassandra, and I'll be helping you today. Can I get your first and last name, please?
Josh Gray, Gray.
And just a security question, what was the name of your first pet?
Chairman Meow.
Great. What can I help you with?
Yeah, I'm having trouble with my password.
I'm sorry, sir. This is customer care. Passwords are a tech support issue. Please hold while I transfer you.
This is Alvin. Can I have your first and last names, please?
Oh, I just gave it to the last person.
Yes, but that was customer care. This is tech support.
Josh Gray, Gray, and the answer to my security question is Chairman Meow. My password isn't working.
Oh, no, you're going to need password recovery. This is password creation. Please hold.
Hello?
Josh Gray, Gray.
We only handle A through F here. Please hold.
Come on, this is bullshit.
Pen, skip here. Lefty or righty?
What? I just need to recover my password.
No problem, sir. Happy to help.
Oh.
What?
Please hold.
What?
Bless you. Please hold.
Customer support, this is Steve. Please hold.
Oh!
Pass.
Please hold. Please hold. Josh Gray. Chairman Meow. What did I do?
Very good, sir. And what's your problem today?
Wait. What dimension is this?
Please hold.
Thank you for your patience. Your password has now been reset and will work within the next couple of minutes.
Finally.
Is what we would be telling you if you'd reached us during business hours. Unfortunately, it's after 5 p.m. and our office is now closed. Thank you. Goodbye.
Apologize for that ground noise during break. I'm sorry. There is a extreme hum still going on here, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. But you know what? The show must go on, and I'm a full-time host and an engineer. And then, you run through all this stuff. We were here till like 11:30 last night trying to fix this stuff. And then this just magically appears. Not only that I get a message that someone has passed, just doing all this, we're going to get this straightened out some way, some fashion. But the show must go on. So, West Virginia, we apologize if you were running those commercial feeds. I'm sorry, Mr. Rogers. There's something going on that I can't fix right now. You think with all this equipment that you could possibly find something that works.
Pinpoint the problem.
Yeah. So I don't know. But anyways, we're talking, if you heard that skit, or maybe not, you watch it on playback, cool, pretty funny, humorous stuff. I came up today, a couple days ago, with this idea like, hey, it'd be a funny show to talk about customer service. And what set me off was, and we don't cuss on the show, so that's positive. It's hard not to sometimes, but we've been dealing with some stuff at our house. We got to get these gutters put up, and I called this guy, and I waited for him. I was supposed to come here early. I waited for him, didn't call, didn't show up, so waited an hour later, and finally I called him, and he goes, he got mad at me. I'm trying to give him business. I'm trying to give him business, and he got mad at me, and he's like, well, I can't get out there right now. And I'm like, then why did you make the appointment? Okay. He goes, well, I can get there about 11:30. I said, that's not going to work for me, man. I said, 9 o'clock, you need to get here. All right. You want business? You want business? Well, call me back. I'm not calling you back. And I was so mad.
Right.
So mad, So I know there's lots of them. Like, I put it on Hear Me Out. I had to edit some of the Hear Me Outs because there was some cussing in them. So we'll hear those a little bit later. Basically, I know I have more stories. You guys got any crazy stories about bad customer service where you were infuriated? I work on anger. I got anger problems, but it takes me, like, the ones that I love suffer the most from my anger, right? Because they really see.
It gets displaced.
But if you're like us, it would take a lot for me to go, which is sad because it should be the opposite.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I should be the angry person to you, Hank, or Nicole. But it comes out to my family. So it would just take a lot for it to push me over the edge. But when things happen like that, I get so mad. Because I think it's inconsiderate, and you just can't find customer service worth a darn these days. You want to help the economy, and these people just don't seem to care.
Right, exactly.
So you guys got any crazy stories? Anybody? Bueller? Man, it's quiet in here.
Oh, nobody's going to take that? Oh, I guess I'll take that. Well, let's see. Customer service. Well, I ignore customers, like, when it comes to
Aren't you supposed to be switching?
I am, but I can't switch and talk.
What kind of customer service is this, Chris?
Exactly, right? There it is.
Really?
Customer service horrible.
What are we paying you for?
Wait a minute. You're supposed to be paying me this. Anyways.
I'm going to make you the top switcher.
I gave you a big top switcher.
Oh, you're promising promotions now,
yeah,
Jeff.
exactly,
He's
right?
promising.
Oh, wow. Well, for example, when I used to work at McDonald's, it was, we always got complaints, even in the military. Like, I was a cop in the military, and believe it or not, the main thing that they made us focus on was customer service. And I'm sorry, you can't be a cop and customer service at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm giving you a ticket, do you want me to give it to you with a smile?
Right.
Think about it. If I give you a ticket with a smile, what are you going to think of me?
I would want to smile, Chris.
You want to smile if I give you a ticket?
I can top you, Chris.
You can top me?
I can top your story because I work on the psychiatric unit for almost 6 years at Lakeland Regional here in our lovely Lakeland, Florida community. And they would give the patients surveys, customer service surveys, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, to the delusional psychotic. So hopefully they were clear at the end of their time, and that's when you would give them the survey. But that's kind of what they were basing, our performance on, were these surveys.
Crazy people were judging you.
And so you really had to, and it's funny you're saying that, though, about being a cop, because you really had to, you're sitting here trying to do something and tell them, no, there's not cameras staring at you. I'm not with the FBI. You're trying to calm down and paranoid. And and I loved working there, by the way. I'm not, but it was just very ironic because I do feel like we brought really good customer service because we do care about our patients. But it was really ironic that they would get to fill out surveys and pretty much bash us if they hated our guts.
So yeah. It's kind of difficult when your customer is someone who is, someone who's getting
against
a ticket,
their will, or
against their
being
will.
held against their will.
How could you be properly evaluated if you did a good job? Because of course that person is not going to be the most pleased with you.
But when they're paying you, you're wanting to give this gutter guy, and we'll just call him the gutter guy, you're wanting to give him money. Now, was it like the cable guy where he says, I'm going to come out there between 9 and 11, or was it, I'm coming out at 9?
Well, what set me off was I made another call to an electrical person, and I was just amazed. And there's something I want to ask you. I'm going to tell this story, and then I want to go back to something where you worked, because there's something that I have to ask you that's just very important.
Oh, boy. I hope I can answer it. I am a mental health therapist.
No, what set me off with the customer service thing is this electrical company, they priced it a little bit high. We're getting 3 quotes.
I might know who you're talking about.
I was impressed with the customer service, Hank. I was. I didn't call you Aaron. I called you Hank. See there?
You got it right.
Every time I look at you, I was thinking about that mess up I did. You go, it's Hank, bro. It's Hank.
Were you guys live?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Because I was talking about his buddy he used to do improv with at my old church. He's the children's pastor, Aaron. I was thinking Aaron, and I
looked right at me.
Yeah. Anyways, I see I go on these rabbit trails.
Like you're a biblical character, Aaron,
horrible broadcaster. I go on so many rabbit trails. I go where my mind takes me. So anyways, this electrical company called, and it was got an answering service. They're like, yes, we'll set your appointment for Saturday. And they did. And then they called on Friday and goes, are you still good for the appointment on Saturday? And I'm like, yes, fantastic. Then they told me exactly when they were going to be there, 1 o'clock. Then she calls again. She goes, yes, he's finishing up at his last job. He'll be en route in 15 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, he calls, goes, I'm en route. I'll be there.
Oh, wow.
I was impressed. And I wanted to give him my business, but I looked at what it was going to cost, and probably not. Because the other electrician that came in and priced everything out was probably $500 lower.
Wow.
But I almost want to pay for customer service, but I don't have.
What you pay for.
Yeah, I don't have a money tree. But Nicole, let me ask you this. I have to ask this. You had people that just weren't all there. Did you, when you were talking about that? Did you ever see that movie 12 Monkeys?
Yes, one of my favorite movies.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I'm into all psychology movies. Yes.
Your whole thought process. When Brad Pitt did that?
Yeah, and he's a great actor, by the way, because he played it to the T. No, they're supposed to be better by, the time of discharge when they're getting released. So
right.
They're supposed to be a little bit clearer when they fill out the survey.
I can see them fill out the surveys like, the whole thought process.
Yeah.
Jen, where's the cameras? The cameras. No, survey. Rap with Nicole. Nicole raps. Nicole.
But see, they're not paying.
Customer service.
They're not paying. So if they don't like you, they're
going to tell you.
They're going to kind of rip you. I mean, they could rip you just for poops and giggles.
What was the worst thing someone ever wrote on an evaluation of you? If you can share that on FM radio.
Actually, to be honest with you, I mean, this isn't really. I never either. They wouldn't write one because they forget. They go, they don't fill it out, or I really never had any bad ones. I've had them tell me stuff to my face that but they were usually sick at the time. So
Right.
you kind of don't really
take that
it.
with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Well, you don't take it at all. You're just like, oh, okay, they're sick. So
you've got to have like tough skin with that.
You're cut from a different.
If you're getting critiqued by people that are just not
there,
right? You said it nicely. I'm trying to. Thanks for censoring me.
You're welcome.
I tell you what, I get. We talked about this last week. I get bent out of shape when I feel like someone doesn't like me.
Yeah.
And
it's the people pleaser in us.
Yeah, I can't be in customer service. And I was a manager for a long time, and I hated when I made mistakes, and I just wasn't very good at customer service. It's like, well, that's your fault, man. You didn't get on a plane. I don't care.
But that's
no
kinda
hotels
why,
for you.
That's kind of why you guys are like the entrepreneur. You're more like set. You're your own boss. You're your own leader. You're in broadcasting. You kind of are in the control panel.
And
not to
entrepreneur.
psycho. Well, not
I don't really
entrepreneur.
call it that.
But you're not going to be in customer service, Jeff.
It's called. My role is called you fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
And when this is gone, what do I do next?
That's what entrepreneurs do. They're risk takers. They fly by the seat of their pants. They don't really.
Yeah, I went from, music industry to this. What the heck?
Banks are sometimes not good customer service either. Even though I've got a few stories about banks that I don't really want to share, but yeah, they're not good either. Or they can be.
I thought this would be a great topic, customer service. Just like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is fantastic with customer service. But you go around town, which you should never go to, McDonald's, but we've all been guilty of McDonald's.
Chris is
Sorry, Chris.
advertising for them right now.
He's got their shirt
Chris,
on.
should we talk about McDonald's? I mean, he's bashing McDonald's.
He is bashing McDonald's.
Well, Chris, but your parents are the exception. Your McDonald's is the
What is
exception.
going on here? Like, I don't want to be part of this company. Talking about
They're in
McDonald's.
every country.
I see your head.
I know. They're in every country. Like, come on. Yeah, that's
They're
the one thing.
billionaires, not millionaires. Billionaires.
The problem about McDonald's is that if you see it, it's kids, and it's literally the bottom of the totem pole. Now, if you go to Chick-fil-A, that's high class right there. Why? Because my pleasure, that right there, and I believe that's my thing. And if anybody works at Chick-fil-A, please tell me that I'm wrong. But I think they go through a brainwashing session because to say my pleasure after everything.
Do they say my pleasure
Oh,
after
my
everything?
goodness,
I don't know if I've ever even caught on to that. I don't go there a lot, though.
I went this morning, and it was all my pleasure. Can I have my pleasure?
That's
Can I have my
fantastic.
pleasure? It is fantastic. It's amazing. But it comes to a point where,
it's a little,
No
over
way.
the top. I think it's a little over the top. I'm with Chris on that one.
I have to disagree.
I think I'm with you. I think that when it's one of those things where the more that you say it, the more that it actually does become your pleasure.
It is a pleasure. When someone says to me, it's my pleasure, that gives me pleasure. Because you don't ever hear it.
We're all pleasured. We all win. We all
I
win.
see what you're saying, Jeff. I
We
hear
all
what you're
win.
saying.
We all win.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, could I ever do
But
that?
you don't want to
Absolutely
overdo
not.
it. I'm with Chris on the overuse of it. You don't want to overdo it because then it doesn't seem genuine. You see what I'm
It's
saying?
true. There's a fine line.
That's
you have
why
to
he's
kinda,
saying they're brainwashed.
You have to kind
That's what
of
I'm saying.
you have to kind of flirt with the line there. You don't want to come across as ingenuine because people can see something that's ingenuine a mile away. They can pick it out and they can tell when you're just putting on the front.
Right. Because there's power in your words, like you said. That's true.
And I'm just talking about the overusage. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, when someone says my pleasure, just like the customer service I got for the electrical company, I was like, wow. It's like seeing a dinosaur. Someone being nice to you, doing business with you.
No, dude, that's why they charge what they charge. That's business.
Exactly.
That's why they charge what they charge. People only pay for what is valuable to them. Don't get me started now on my business stuff.
Get started on it. Get started. Come on now.
Okay, people want what they can't have. They chase that which is running away from them, and they only value that which they pay for.
Exactly.
And I think that one of the things that people really value is for them to feel like they're the only customer that you're dealing with at that time.
Yes.
People want to feel like you are the top priority. And I think that when you look at that electrical company, when they follow through at every step in the process and double check that you're okay with your appointment and call you when they're on the way. I mean that
it's like catering. They're
when you're
catering
on
to
the
you.
receiving end, and you don't know how many other people that they're doing that to, but you feel like you're the only person that they're going to serve that day. Yeah.
Well,
And that makes you feel important.
And that's real customer service, like what Hank's saying. The real customer service is making you feel the most important. They're going to get that job done come Hades or high water. We're not allowed to cuss on here.
Why's it got to be Hades?
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be Hades.
You know, I did.
Hades, not Haiti.
Come on. Already kicked one guy off the show because he was bagging on Haiti. No customer service here. I want customer service.
Hades, people.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something. I mean, I wish I had money because I would just bless that guy. But after we saw how much it was. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say, hopefully he's not watching the show because he didn't know. He's probably not. But it was about close to $2,000 what we need to get done. Now, the other guy came $500 less.
Okay.
And hopefully the other guy that came in here fixed light problem.
Was the guy who was $500 less as good as the $2,000?
I don't know. My wife was there.
Okay.
For that.
Okay.
But this guy was great. But at the end, he said, we looked at it and he goes, take your time. He says, we're right in the middle. He says, but if you pay less, we actually care about your stuff. I'm going to cover up your clothes. You have to go up through the attic. And he goes, other people don't care. He goes, but I saw that he took pride in what he did. But I'm just like, if I can get it cheaper, I guess I'll get it cheaper. But if my wife has sawdust all over her clothes, I'm just like, should have went with the other guy.
You're like, $500 more, babe.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's one thing that is missing in today's world is that people taking pride on their job.
Yeah.
Perfect example is one of it's called APR Coffee, and it's a coffee that I drink. And they got me spoiled.
Is it $5 a cup?
No. It's actually they brew their own coffee and they send you the coffee and those stuff. But they got me so spoiled where I buy one bag of a coffee, and here it comes when I open my box, I got 4 of them and some chocolate.
Yeah.
That heart caring is what's missing, and that's what is going to attract people. And if any business people that are out there is that, and here's a book that I'm reading is The Go-Giver. You have to care about your customers. You got to forget about your monetary.
Mm-hmm.
So if you care about the customer, if you care about your job, you take pride in your job, the people will come because here right now, Jeff is talking about this gentleman.
Yes.
He's giving that free advertising, even though he has not spoken of the person's name, but maybe in the local area, somebody be like, oh man, I remember that. Then they start calling around. And that's the beauty of good customer service. It spreads. And plus it's good and fun.
And a psychological term, though, you can't give what you don't have. So if the people working it goes back to what we were talking about Chick-fil-A and the My Pleasure thing. If they don't really like what they're doing, they're not going to give you a good customer experience because they don't want to be there in the first place. The gutter guy, he didn't want to be at your house. And he was mad at you.
Why?
He gave you, because he's miserable. You can't give what you don't have. He's not going to give you any good customer service or say my pleasure because he's miserable himself. It all starts here. My whole tagline is what you do comes out of who you really are. So if you're really miserable, you're going to be given some really miserable customer service.
Hank?
Yes, sir.
Hank?
Yes.
Do you like what you do right now?
I love what I do right now. I love working in sports, and like when I go to a game, I mean my customers are a few different crowds. It's the players. I believe it's 2, the players and the fans. It's a service for both. And, to try to make that environment like the most fun, to make that, ready for everybody. I just am trying to pour myself out, and plant the seeds of having a good time when you go to these athletic events. And that goes into everything else that we tune into, all the whole experience, trying to get, different acts to come out at halftime and, what the cheerleaders do and all that kind of stuff. It all kind of comes from that. But I love doing that stuff. And so when I step into the room or I get into a place where those are the kind of things I'm ready to do, like I'm ready to like give my best for that. And hopefully that shows in my work. Hopefully it shows when people come and they have a really great time at a game. And when we get, a big overtime win, people are going to be like, wow, that was like one of the best games of the year. And that's what I do it for. I do it for those people so that way they leave with a really good experience.
But you're loving it. I mean, I can tell even by the way you're talking about it, you're loving it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, no.
I love it like
I was going to do that.
Yeah.
But Hank,
yes, sir.
Did you do you work anywhere else besides that?
I've worked primarily in live sports. I've done a couple other jobs.
Hank, Hey,
Yeah, what job did you
you're
hate the
23,
most?
right?
I have 22.
What job did
22.
you hate the most, Hank? I know he looks so young.
He acts like he talks like he's
been working for 20
He talks
years.
like he's my age. Well, I've been in broadcasting for 6 months.
I've been announcing for 9 years.
9 years?
9 years.
So wait a minute.
I was a freshman in high school when I started.
I was going to say, freshmen or high school people can start in broadcasting. We want them to. We want them to start podcasting and broadcasting as young as possible.
And
As young as possible.
You're sharp.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very sharp.
He's smart.
Let's see. I've served on an audiovisual tech on a missions team. I did that 2 summers ago, and I'm doing that this upcoming summer. The job that I probably hated the most, but I didn't even really hate it. I actually really liked it. But it was just the one that it was manual labor in a warehouse for a family friend of ours. I went on there a couple summers and and I didn't actually deal with customers. It was just like they would get orders in during the day, and in the morning I would show up and I would get all the different POs, and I would pack up all the stuff in the boxes. It was a lot of like business phones and like networking cards and things like that. So I'd pack up all the stuff in the boxes, get them ready to go, and process those and get them shipped out by lunch. And then I would usually do like some inventory stuff in the afternoon. But that was just, I didn't like that job so much because I wasn't really dealing with people.
Right.
Because I like going and dealing with actual people. And that job, my extrovert was so like hungry for people all the time, because I was just like me and phones everywhere. So that was kind of a tough job, just because it didn't really appeal to my strengths and like what my love languages and stuff are. Like my personality.
Ooh, what's your love language? We always talk about this
he
when
just
I'm on the
went there.
show.
He just
I
went
love
there,
it. Well, I
yeah.
just did a podcast on love languages.
You did?
So,
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you need to hear. I'm going to send it to you.
I haven't done it in a couple years, and so I just to refresh. I believe quality time was my number 1.
Okay.
And then words is probably number 2, and then physical touch is number 3.
Okay.
My top 3.
So just for everybody out there listening, for quality time, with the kiss of death, if Hank's love language is quality time, and he's talking to me about something really important, and I'm doing this.
That gets me.
Hank. Yeah,
It gets
sure.
me. It gets
So
me.
that is the kiss of death for quality time people. All right. So just so everybody knows that, don't talk on the phone or text while Hank's talking to you.
And we talked about that last week with phone addiction, how I'm like, but when I'm at the table with people, I put that away. Like, I get it out of sight, out of mind. I don't even want to deal with that.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeff?
What about me?
Yeah.
Love languages?
Love language.
We talked about this before.
We did.
Like, are we getting desperate here?
I think we are.
Okay, well, push back to start. But it does have to do with customer service. If you know what they are.
Exactly.
But you can't apply love languages to customer service, because you have a stranger coming through the door, and
Well, you can
how
pick on the
do you
little
know
stuff.
what their love
You can
language
pick on
is?
the little stuff, though.
So
Can't
my
you?
pleasure was going to have to work
Yeah.
for everybody in customer service. My pleasure.
Well,
No.
if you're one of those businesses that deals with some of the same customers all the time, you have a repeated customer
Thank
base.
you, Hank.
People
Yes.
who
Thank
are
you.
returner
The
customers.
smartest guy in the
But
room
that's-
here.
that's-
the tank.
That's sales 101. You know, you're
Right.
the person that you're doing business with. I mean, if you're selling, you know, hey, how's the kids? You know
That's
their names.
actually what you need to get back to, though. I mean, this does have to do with the topic, because Sales 101 is forming your customer and finding out family, occupation, recreation. And most people don't even think about that anymore. They don't think about Sales 101. You know what they're thinking about? How do I get the transaction? How do I make the money? Sorry.
Money. They forget about there's a human behind
Right.
that.
And that is the definition of bad customer service. Exactly.
Well, my pleasure.
Oh,
Mine. It's been my pleasure, guys.
you
Hey,
need to name this show.
Yeah.
My
Uh,
pleasure.
My pleasure.
with Jeff Adams.
you know, it's Publix.
We'll all
like
be
Publix.
Chick-fil-A next.
Publix is
Sponsored by.
Publix. I think has it down.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
It always is a
It goes
pleasure.
back to that word, pleasure.
It's always a pleasure at Publix. Always. Always 24/7. I got to cut this break, and I know it's going to, probably upset West Virginia, but got to go to break here, and we'll be right back. And we'll be hearing from the Hear Me Out peeps about what they have to say about customer service when we come back after this break.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Hey world, it's 6:34 a.m. and I'm just about to start my morning run.
For thousands of years, stories have been told. Funny, sad, thrilling, touching. Each story has been told by a different person who's given it a unique flavor, their own voice. Times have changed. We've changed. But everyone still wants to be heard. Now it's your turn to share your stories with the world with your own voice. Introducing Hear Me Out, the new way to share the real you.
Join with me on Hear Me Out app, where you could be featured on the Jeff Adams Show with Hear Me Out. Just use hashtag the Jeff Adams Show and ask us anything you want, and we might play your audio clip live on the air every single week. That's hashtag the Jeff Adams Show on Hear Me Out app. Ask us anything, and we might play your clip live on the air. So join the revolution at Hear Me Out.
It off. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking right over the brakes there.
You're ready for that 5K, Jeff.
And we're back. Get rid of the ground. What is going on with these two channels? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out later. So we're talking, what are we talking about?
Customer service.
Customer service. You know what I'm going to do? I have, since we're having problems with the TriCast or the commercials, I have these clips, but I don't want to play the clips because the audio is so bad. So someone share another customer service thing. I'm going to pull them up on this computer here, and we'll just listen to the audio for the Hear Me Out. So that way we don't have all this noise when we listen to them. That cool? But my problem is there's cussing on there. So we'll just get the dump button ready in West Virginia because this is all I can think about doing on the fly.
You need a cough drop, dude, to block out the cussing.
Yeah.
Got one of those? I have one
true.
of those. I can bring one next time.
That's true.
So, all right, we're going to go to the Hear Me Out app.
I don't know how to use it, but Hank can help me use it.
We'll figure it out as we go.
So we're going to pull these up. Oh, there's a new one. I haven't even heard this one. Should I play it? All right, so here we go. Basically said, well, this is a fraud. I apologize to Amanda on so many accounts. Listen to her complaint. This is bad customer service on my part. So let's listen to Amanda real quick and check this out.
So I was watching the Jeff Adams Show on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the comments. And I think it was funny that he messed up my name. And it's okay, but it's Vella, Amanda Vella, not Viella, or like my dad says, even though I'm 10 months married, says Vila. It's Amanda Vella. Yeah, so it was okay. It's fine. I get that a lot lately. I even got my maiden name messed up. So it's fine, but it was still nice to be on your show.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Hey, like that little key in.
There it is.
Yeah. My pleasure, Amanda.
She should call in next time.
Yeah, Amanda, she actually did. Amanda and this guy GVS are like a boss.
Yeah.
GVS.
Like a boss. Now, West Virginia, Mr. Rogers, I apologize, but this is the only way I can do it because we got noise. I can't play the regular clips because there's some noise problems. But listen to this thing about customer service is these people are mad.
Right.
Wait till you hear this one.
Okay.
All right? Here we go. GVCS, hear me out.
Hey Jeff, horrible customer service? Where do I even start? Our gas supplier. We moved to our own place. We send them letters so they'll change the bill on our name. Because we're good people, we don't want the bill to be on the former resident's name. But they keep sending it with his name every single time. I send them copies of IDs, of contracts. Maybe I'll send them my gym membership. Maybe that will help. And they still send it on the former resident's name. And every time we contact them, we get the lady that just blah, 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 blah. We'll change it. Yes, of course, we'll change it. No problem. 3 times I've sent you. How many times? You fucking wrong.
Whoa! I got it.
You did it.
Yeah.
Good job.
That
No
was some
F-bombs here,
that was
babe.
some good live dumping right there.
GVCS, man, I feel you.
I loved his because he just even recounting it,
point.
he just got
He
more
was getting
and
more
more
mad. Yeah.
just thinking about it.
But this is the other definition of insanity, since we were talking about psych. He is so mad because it's the same thing
Yep.
over and over, and nobody's rectifying the problem.
Oh,
That's actually where the anger comes from.
That story reminded me of something else, too. And I felt like, I wish I could use the word, a butt.
Right.
I was going to say the other one, but I'm not. Because I just dumped that. So anyways, you ever join a gym?
Yeah.
The memberships for gym? I'm looking at Hank.
I have joined a membership.
I was like looking at Hank, and Hank's like, why is he asking me this?
He's like, do I need to join a gym? What's going on here?
This was, I think, when we first moved to Lakeland. I think it's the gym by, what's that gym called by?
Gold's?
The steakhouse.
LA Fitness.
Longhorns over there. Not Longhorns. Is it LA Fitness? No, not LA Fitness.
Is it Gold's? It might be Gold's.
It might be Gold's. I joined that
Gold's.
gym. I didn't go once. So I was just literally paying $39 a month.
You and my husband.
$39 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, my wife goes, you got to go down there. That's just wasting money. And like, yeah. So, and I tried calling, would call, and they go, you need to talk to a manager.
In person.
Yeah, in person.
Yep.
So finally, after, I'm not exaggerating, 8 attempts, calling to get a manager from, couldn't get him on there. So I walked down. I didn't walk down. I drove down. Didn't walk there. 20 miles in snow.
Sounding all healthy.
Uphill both ways in the snow.
He's like, I jogged over there.
I'm trying to communicate better with my mind. My mind's all over the place. It's like racing. I walked in there, and I said, can I speak to a manager? He's not here right now. I lost it on this little 18-year-old girl. God bless her soul.
She's probably a Southeastern
I
student.
said some choice words to her. I cussed at her, and I walked out.
Oh, poor girl.
And then guess what? Being a Christian, I got convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I immediately called back to the gym, and I apologized to the girl.
Good.
And said, I'm just so frustrated, and I took it out on you, and I should have never took it out on you. I apologize. Do you accept my apology? And she said, yes. So I didn't burn a bridge there, but I was mad. Very, very mad.
How did that whole process end for you?
Yeah.
Did you ever get a manager?
Yes, I ended up getting a manager and gave him a piece of my mind. Probably 3 days later.
Probably
after they
3 days
charged.
later.
After they charged a debit again.
Now, I will say in this day and age, it's easier to get out of things, I think, because of that. I think people are knowing that, they won't join if they know how hard it is to get out.
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree or no?
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easier. Sometimes. Depends what it is.
I think that goes through life in general. It's just like people have like commitment issues, and they want to be able to know that there's an out if they don't
because
like
of stories like Jeff's. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm with him on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I won't do a contract out of gym anymore. You let me pay month to month, man. I'll pay the extra $5.
Month to month. Well,
Planet Fitness.
I went and bought a gym.
I think you can do Planet Fitness for $10.
I just plugged it, yeah. And then $5, it's $15 if you don't want a contract. They'll do a year contract.
I bought a gym.
You bought a whole one?
Yeah, a whole weight set.
Is that why you got the tracksuit on today? Because you're getting ready for that 5K.
I just put this on because I was a little cold, but now I'm not, and I want to take it off.
I'm going to call him out on that one. That is not the reason.
Tracksuit.
Yeah, we were running outside, me and Chris. Chris goes, you want to run and get a milkshake? I'm like, yes, man. No, he wanted to get a milkshake, but honey, are you watching this? I didn't get a milkshake. I just got a
Don't worry, Stacey.
Basically asking, like, do you want to do something and then have it immediately canceled out when it's done?
Yeah.
Want to get a milkshake?
Cancel.
Just cancels.
Yeah, that's true.
My wife always makes fun of me because I pay everything in cash when it comes to food.
Cash is king.
She can't monitor
Cash
the
is
receipts.
king.
She goes, oh, funny. Because if I go to Publix to get a Twix bar or something, she goes, oh, you want to get you a Twix bar, huh? Can't run anything by her. All right, this one's from Amanda again. About customer service here on the Hear Me Out app. Let's check it out.
Hey, Jeff Adams. This is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Bella.
Hi, Amanda.
And my experience is recently, before Christmas, I called Target to make sure that they had the Beat Solo 2 in stock.
Word.
Well, this bastard wants me to wait on the phone for 30 minutes and then come back on the phone and hang up immediately. I was like, are you kidding me? It was ridiculous. I was extremely pissed off, and I went into the store to go pick it up, and I complained to a person that was probably not on the phone, but I still complained. So yeah, that's my experience.
Love how you calmed down towards the end.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It was like a roller coaster ride.
And yes.
All right, this one I haven't heard, so West Virginia, I apologize
We'll
again. This one's from Courtney
Dump it.
Funny B. Let's check this out.
Funny B.
Jesus, please, no
Take the wheel,
F-bombs.
Jesus. Take the wheel.
I've got a bad customer service story.
It sounds
I'll make it short.
Okay.
I ordered sushi online from my favorite sushi restaurant.
Scary.
And it was written that there was...
Well, first of all,
First of all,
I'm
you
gonna
do not
stop right
order
there.
Sushi online.
Please. You do not order fish online.
Courtney, I don't know you.
Raw fish online. That's got to come in the mail.
Yeah. Let me order some raw fish.
Hank called it, dude. Raw fish.
It's raw fish in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
Not in the mail. You mean maybe they're delivering it? Maybe it's like a pizza service where they deliver sushi to your house.
Well, first off, I stopped Courtney right there because how could you possibly complain for customer service if you're ordering raw fish? It's bad enough you got to find a restaurant that'll serve you right with sushi.
Yeah.
All
Right,
right,
yeah, that's true.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, let's give her.
Yeah.
We're sorry,
asking
Courtney.
about 10% or 20% discount if I ordered that night.
Oh.
When I got to the checkout, I didn't see the discount, so I called the restaurant by phone. Basically was told by the restaurant that there is no such discount, doesn't appear on the website, that I'm just delusional, that I'm lying. I argued with them. Phone was put down, and then I got a phone call from the manager to shout at me and tell me that I'm completely wrong and lying until he actually looked at the website and saw that I was right.
You buy sushi here no more. No sushi no more. You buy no sushi no more. No 20% down. Is that the Asian
after he realized?
no soup for you Nazi?
Yeah, no soup for you.
How would you do an
No
Asian?
sushi for you.
No sushi.
No sushi for you.
No sushi for you.
Come back in 1 year.
My imitations of Oriental people just stink. I think I get
You can work on it. You can work on their.
I get what is it? I get all of them mixed up. Like I get a little Spanish in there, a little Asian. It's weird. It's the melting pot of America.
That's right. That's right. Diversity.
And then should I pull this up? I can't really. Then Elizabeth Imus, she had one. She's like the daughter of Don Imus.
Nice.
On you know who he is now?
Yeah, I do.
I said it earlier. And
Broadcaster. Some controversy.
You were
surrounding
listening.
him.
He was listening.
You multitask.
He's smart. He's 22.
My
I mean,
love
come on.
language, I saw you on the phone. I was talking.
Words of
and you were
affirmation. Words of affirmation.
You're sitting around on your phone.
The words, man.
I think Jeff is a words of affirmation.
Yes, I am.
Are you? Is that your number one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why I take criticism so bad, probably.
It is why.
It is why.
No, that's definitely
the
why.
Kiss, the kiss of death is criticalness.
Yeah.
Let Stacey know. She knows. She knows.
Or
what's
does
up.
she know?
I
My sound effects thing's down. I can't do that. Because it's got a
Of course
bad
she knows.
feed.
Women always know.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Hear Me Out, the people that participated this week. That's really cool. Haven't been monitoring the phone. You
What
said
about
there was
Miss
a phone call?
Imus? You never said what Miss Imus said.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
what
read
did
it.
Imus say?
I'm trying to read it right now, but it's so thin because if I pop it up, we're going to get that noise again. But she said, call Blue Anthem Insurance to complain about them raising my Mo premium. I have to pay. They hung up on me twice. Why am I still yelling?
I don't know.
And did you see
You're just trying to capture the
Mo
emotion.
premium? What is that? Like my Mo premium? Like my Mo money? What is that?
I was
There's the
trying to
premium,
understand
and
that
then
too.
there's the Mo premium.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the daughter of Don Imus, Elizabeth Imus. She's a broadcaster out in L.A. She's been on a couple network stuff. So that's pretty cool that she contributed on Twitter. Like, you never know who's paying attention.
Very cool.
Exactly.
Very cool.
I think Jesus tweeted me once, but I don't think it was a real Jesus.
Probably not.
I always get God.
I'm going to put money that it
You always
was.
get God.
I always get God on Twitter too.
There's a God on Twitter, too?
There's a God on Twitter. He gets a lot of followers too.
Is there
How many followers does he have? I'm just curious. Like 4 million?
Let me Google that.
Every person on Twitter, probably.
Ever?
I'm not following him.
I'm not.
I'm probably not.
Is there a Satan on?
Yes, I got him a couple of times too.
Really? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is from the VPT.
Yeah.
So you got the Tweet of God,
The
which
most
has,
valuable Twitter here.
you got Tweet of God, which has 1.7 million.
Wow.
Look at his little cute hat.
But
Isn't that cute? I know. He's cute.
guess who he follows?
Who does God follow?
He only follows one person.
Is his name really God? He just says that's at God?
It's at the Tweet of God. But this is the beautiful
of
At
God.
the tweet of God.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is the only person that he's following is
It's probably like Kanye West or something.
Yeah. I thought he would follow the Trinity or something. Like,
Nope.
he'd
Who's
follow
Who's
the
he
Holy
following?
Spirit.
Are you
Hold
ready?
on.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Justin Bieber.
Drum roll.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You know,
Wowzers.
Justin just got baptized like a couple months ago.
Yes, he did.
Justin's having mommy's been praying. All right, I'm taking it out for the women here. She's been praying.
But you know how hard it is for them to get out of that once they're, I mean, it's so hard for
with
someone.
God, all things are possible, so.
True.
Very
But
true.
it's so hard in fame.
Yeah.
That these people, I read that too. It was at, in New York. It was the Australian people. It was,
It was, yeah. Hillsongs or
Hillsong, yes.
Yeah,
Hillsong United.
Hillsong Pastor, yeah.
And I thought about it. I was like, man, we need to pray for this guy. Because once you're locked in, he's locked in with Illuminati.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Super
we
Bowl
go.
halftime.
Yeah.
Let's ask Hank about it. What do you think about that?
Of Super Bowl halftime this year?
And the whole controversy behind like the Illuminati and Katy Perry and all that. I mean, I'm just asking out of curiosity. Like,
Hank.
I did not hear any of the Illuminati theories behind the Super Bowl performance, so you may have to enlighten me.
So, Chris, do you know all about it?
Yes, I do. Keep talking about it. I'm going to find you a picture.
Chris is the Illuminati expert.
I tweeted a picture about it, so keep talking about it.
Well, Jeff brought it up.
Well, no, here's the deal. I saw, we don't watch. I mean, we turn it off. It's just so risky having kids around the house.
Yeah, well, we don't have cable.
It wasn't risky this year, though. It was actually
Katy
amazing.
Perry was very, I would say, if you're looking at like,
she was well behaved.
Beyonce was 2 years ago. It was, very well
She was
behaved.
well behaved.
Pretty wholesome.
Yeah.
But I saw it. Like she came out on a lion or something like that.
Yeah.
A sphinx or something.
Yeah, and then her and Lenny Kravitz, which I love me some Lenny Kravitz.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
playing.
That was great. That was great.
I saw like a clip, and then of course all the Instagram pictures you see like Katy Perry be like, and she was like on all these different stuff.
And then the Twitter kind of blew up over the left shark #left shark.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
That was really funny
because he was like refusing to dance. I mean, he wasn't playing along.
He wasn't refusing to dance. He was just refusing to do the
What
original
she wanted.
choreography.
Right,
He
which
was just
was
kinda
funny.
in his own
And I
world.
got in tweets from the left shark. A couple of people calling themselves like left shark, and they're pretty funny. And I gave Hank the picture of the Illuminatis, and it's pretty sick. It's pretty cool.
It shows the interception, the pivotal interception in the fourth quarter in the end zone
wow, I didn't
by
see
the rookie
those.
Butler, and it just has there's a triangle outlined. Let's see right
I didn't
here,
see that.
right there between the legs of the players, and then tied
That
into
is
the
I'm
Illuminati.
telling you, they are everywhere.
So it's a secret society. Nobody knows about it.
Funny thing about that was a buddy of mine. She used to be a Christian singer. She had a Christian record out.
Katy.
Yeah,
I know all about it.
Okay,
I know
so
all about her life and Justin.
my friend, who's a manager, he was on the same label with her, and he goes, proud of Katy Perry. She's come a long way, sharing a van with her, 14 years old, farting, passing gas, and making out with our fat guitar player.
That's awesome.
That's great.
But she was weird too, because I remember her. She used to date Matt from Reliant K. And me and Stacy were at a GMA showcase in Nashville, and we were watching Toby Mac. This was, 2002, 3 maybe. And there was this unique girl that was with Matt, and she was like dancing. Because, you go to a Christian concert, you get the homeschool people. Ding, 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 people with no rhythm. Hi, Tommy! Yay!
You're going to be apologizing
Yeah.
to a lot of homeschoolers.
Not all homeschoolers are like that. All right, they're just not. But there's you know what I'm talking about. Just the whole Christian music
I do
seems
know
weird.
what you're saying. Yes.
It's just, I guess it's for people that don't have rhythm. They accept the Christ and they can get the groove on. In
Well,
their
they
own
probably
world.
were forbade to dance. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. But anyways, she was behind people making fun of people and doing all these dances and stuff. I said, man, who is this girl? And it was Katy Perry.
Wow.
Well, the cool thing about the kids, though, and me having 2 little kids, is that their parents, and we go to the Covenant Center here in Lakeland, and so we actually know some people that have actually, I plugged it, that actually, which they would hate. They totally are not into plugging their church at all. But we don't even call ourselves a church. But they actually know people that minister to their parents, to Katy Perry's and to Justin Bieber's. And they actually have been to Covenant and told us several stories. Pretty amazing
The
stories.
parents?
Yep. No, the people that were ministering to the mother of Justin Bieber and to Katy Perry's dad.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but if you look at it, the family has continued to really fight, and it's like you said, they're getting sucked into, whatever Illuminati or whoever, but they're getting sucked into that life, and so those parents were really probably on their knees, like praying for their kids.
I'm sure. I mean, she said she believes in God, but she's not a Christian.
Yeah, she renounced Christianity. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she believes in God. And she feels really close and happy to him. Happy with him is what she said. I actually just read the article.
And why is it?
You can tell based on her set design for her Super Bowl performance that she's happy with something because it was very, very bright and cheery.
Very bright, yeah.
Yeah.
Trees with faces and beach balls with faces.
Do people like morph like this Illuminati stuff? We got like 2 minutes, so I got to make this quick. Do people morph these pictures? Like I remember the one year about Beyonce, like she was possessed by a devil. So you see her face, and it's like it's all like, poofed out, and she looks like a
Well, she actually said it that
like a
every
demon?
time that she performs, she becomes that female god.
Yeah, she has her own. What do you call it? Wow, I'm a psychologist. I can't remember the name. You have your own person, like when you're on stage.
Yeah, persona.
Well,
a different personality. That's not the word. That's not the word.
Which I mean, the Katy Perry
persona.
Yeah, the Katy Perry one was. I mean, there was another picture, and they take these pictures that are god awful. So like, I saw a picture of Katy Perry. She's like.
Right, like just imagine.
Of course, she's gonna look
could be you,
demonic,
dude. That could be you. Like somebody just take a bad picture of you, just plaster it out there and say you're an Illuminati. I mean, that is media for you.
That's the internet can make anything
It could be any of us. Yeah.
I feel bad. I mean, we got 2 minutes ago, and there was people that called in, and once again,
probably my husband. I told him to call
bad customer service, folks, for the
really
Jeff Adams
bad.
Show. And I apologize. I take responsibility. I'm taking responsibility for this one. So if you called in, I apologize.
They're sitting around their computers going like, "What? Kidding me?
I cannot
This
believe
low-rated
Jeff
show?
Adams.
You won't even take my phone call?
I'm gonna go on the Hear Me Out app and let everybody know about this
Yeah.
big customer service I got.
They should go on the Hear Me Out app.
I'm on there. I got on there this week.
You better get on there.
I'm on there.
You're on there?
I'm on there, and I followed you.
It's part of your contract.
You followed me?
I followed you.
Oh, Lord.
I'm following Hank.
God bless you.
My pleasure.
Well, it's been a wing dinger of a show. I like to call it the wing dinger.
Dinger?
I can say wing dinger in West Virginia, right, Mr. Rogers? Wing dinger. You know the whole
Is
goal
there
of the
really
show.
Mr. Rogers in West Virginia you keep referring to?
We call him Mr. Rogers because that's how he rolls.
All right.
He talks like Mr. Rogers too. He's like, "Hi, Jeff."
He called in last week.
Won't you be my neighbor? He called me yesterday on my phone.
On your
And he was talking to me like I was some big celebrity. He goes, "I'm not going to give your phone out now." I'm like, "I don't care." Who am I? I'm just Jeff Adams, a small Polk dog.
People might
County,
start
Lake
trolling
County.
you, Jeff.
I'm not Lake County, Polk County. Huh?
They might start trolling you.
He's not trolling me. I'm just like, dude, it's funny when people do that. I used to do that with artists. It's like, I'm not going to give your cell phone out. So, anyways. All right, we gotta roll out of here. It's been fun. You guys, thanks for, let's do this again. And
Thanks for having us.
Let's get this show syndicated. We'll get into the groove here, and we'll make lots of money, have a money tree, and I'll be able to hire that electrician. Until next week.
We can pay KRIS.
We can pay KRIS.
Relaunch.
Yeah.
Relaunch.
on the relaunch.
All right. Till next week. Watch the Jeff Adams Show.